Welcome back, my dear students of grade 10. In your previous classes, you have already learned the concept of quadratic equation, and you have also practiced some of the questions from factorizing using middle term factorization. That means finding the roots or zeros with the help of middle term factorization. In today's class, we are going to start off with exercise 4.3 and 4.4. Exercise 4.3 is based on method of completing the square, and exercise 4.4 is based on quadratic formula. Okay guys? Before jumping into all of this, let us first learn about the concept of discriminant. What is discriminant? First of all, it is represented by capital D. The formula for discriminant is b square minus 4ac. Now don't get confused with what is ABC. ABC are nothing but coefficients. So if the value of D becomes equal to 0, then you have two equal roots. If the value of D is less than 0, you have no real roots. That means you don't have to solve the quotient itself. You cannot solve the quotient. Just leave it like that. If the value of D is greater than 0, you have two unequal roots. Okay guys? There are three cases. D equals to 0, D less than 0, D greater than 0. A quadratic equation can be solved only if D is greater than 0 or D is equal to 0. If D is less than 0, you cannot solve the quotient. Let's take an example. Question number 1, part 1. 2x square minus 7x plus 3. Here let's see the value of A is 2, the value of B is minus 7, the value of C is 3. Just put in the discriminant formula b square minus 4ac. I get the answer as 25, which is greater than 0. Hence there will be two unequal roots in this question. Okay? Similarly, you can do the rest of the 4 questions also. Just substitute the value of A, B, C. Okay? Now, how to proceed with method of completing the square? Guys, see, method of completing the square is not easy. Okay? You have to use a bit of logic and a bit of concept here. But I will show you all the tricks and all the tips to do it. Okay? Let's take an example here. Example 9. Find this example 9 is in your page number 82. Find the roots of 4x square plus 3x plus 5 equals to 0. What is the given in the question? 4x square plus 3x plus 5 equals to 0. Guys, you have to find the roots here. Now, in this question, how many roots will be possible? There will be 2 roots possible since it is a quadratic equation. Now, how to proceed? If it was middle term factorization, I would have directly multiplied A and C. But this is not middle term factorization. This is method of completing the squares. Again, method of completing the squares. So how am I going to proceed then if we are not going to do it with middle term factorization? First thing, in method of completing the squares, you should always make sure that the value of A is 1. What is the value of A here? 4. Answer cannot be found out. It can be found out, but it will be tough. So what will I do? I will divide the entire equation by 4 so that the value of A becomes 1. So dividing the equation by 4. So what do I get? 4x square by 4 plus 3x by 4 plus 5 by 4 equals to 0. Cut, cut. The new equation is x square plus 3x by 4 plus 5 by 4 equals to 0. Now you will be surprised. Aya, how will I solve this question? Guys, don't be worried. It's very simple. What will I do? You have to break it in the form of a plus b whole square. Okay? So how will I break it in the form of a plus b whole square? This is a. Okay? This is a. Now see what I'm going to do here. You just have to concentrate on this. What will I do? What is a plus b whole square first of all? A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Yes or no? Yes? So I have already substituted a square. This is x square. So what is a, in this case what is a? X. Then what will be 2ab? 3x by 4. So 2 into a into b is what? 3x by 4. Guys, I'm just correlating it. A square plus 2ab. B square term is not here till now. So a square plus 2ab, I'm substituting 2ab like this. What is the value of a? X. Into b equals to 3x by 4. Can I cut x and x? Yes. So b will be what? 3 by 8. Okay guys, now substitute in this formula. A square plus 2 into a into b. Guys, if you solve this, you will get this value only. Okay? Now comes the b square term. See, there is no b square term here, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring Jabardasti b square term. When I bring this b square term here, that is 3 by 8 whole square, I have to subtract the same from the next part. Why? Because you cannot change an equation. If I'm adding plus 1 to an equation, I have to subtract it with minus 1. After bringing deliberately plus b square and minus b square so as to balance the equation, now you see, now the equation becomes a square plus 2ab plus b square. Right? See, at times in mathematics, you have to deliberately use some steps to find the solution. That's why this is called methods of completing the square. So I'm trying to complete a square here. So this is the square right now. A plus b whole square, that is x plus 3 by 8 whole square, guys. Okay? What is this one will be minus 9 by 64 plus 5 by 64 equals to 0. X plus 3 by 8 whole square equals to 5 by 64. This is 4, okay guys? 5 by 4 minus, wait, 9 by 64 minus 5 by 4. What is the final answer? X plus 3 by 8 whole square equals to LCM 64, 9 minus 4, 16 there, 16 5 there, 80. So this becomes, can I rub the top part? Okay. So this becomes x plus 3 by 8 whole square equals to minus 1 by 64. Minus 71 by 64. Now how to find both the roots? Now, do you think this case is possible, guys? X plus 3 by 8 whole square equals to minus 71 by 64. Is this case possible? No, this case cannot be possible. Okay guys? This case cannot be possible. See, what you understood from here is how to proceed with the method of completing the square. In this example is in a page number 82. You cannot find the answer because the value is coming less than 0. Okay, in order to find the value, it should be more than 0. Okay? Okay, let's try to solve this question now. What I'm going to do first in the method of completing the square, I'll make sure the value of a is 1. So, dividing it by 2. What will I get? X square plus x by 2 minus 2 equals to 0. Guys, now I have to convert it in the form of a square plus b square. What will I do? A square plus 2 into a into b. See guys, how do I know b is this one? Because when you multiply it, the answer should come this. Plus 1 by 4 whole square minus 1 by 4 whole square minus 2 equals to 0. So this becomes x plus 1 by 4 whole square minus 1 by 16 minus 2 equals to 0. X plus 1 by 4 whole square equals to 33 by 16. Okay guys, I'll do it on this side now. Now, x plus 1 by 4 whole square is 33 by 16. What does it mean? That means x plus 1 by 4 is under root of 33 by 16. Yes or no? Okay, so x plus 1 by 4 is plus minus root over 33 by 4. Why did it become plus minus? See guys, under root of any number can be either positive or negative. Minus 2 whole square is plus 4, plus 2 whole square is also plus 4. Done? Now, I'll finish it off. How will I finish it off? See guys, x plus 1 by 4 is plus minus under root 33 by 4. That means there are two values of positive value and negative value. So, let x plus 1 by 4 equals to positive value of 33 by 4. What is the answer? X will be root over 33 minus 1 by 4. Or let x plus 1 by 4 equals to minus root 33 by 4. What will I get answer, guys? X equals to minus of root over 33 plus 1 by 4. Then guys, this is how you solve an equation by method of completing the square. Let's jump into some of the word problems in exercise 4.3. Question number 4, page number 88, question number 4. Please go through the question once. Read the question, guys. Word problems is supposed to be read at least 2 to 3 times. More than that also if you are not able to understand it. Like I said before, word problems are not going to be easy. It's going to be a bit twisted. You have to practice lots of word problems in order to successfully do it. So question number 4 says that the sum of the reciprocals of Rahman's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1 by 3. What is it saying? There is only one person here, Rahman. So his age 3 years ago and his age after 5 years, if you add the reciprocals of both the age, it is coming 1 by 3. You have to find his present age. Guys, see, look at how am I proceeding with the question. Let Rahman's age be x. So 3 years ago, what will be his age? His age will be x minus 3. After 5 years, what will be his age? His age will be x plus 5. Now according to the question, the sum of the reciprocal means what? Ulta is equal to 1 by 3. So this becomes x plus 5 plus x minus 3 by x square plus 5x minus 3x plus 2x minus 15 equals to 1 by 3. Okay guys, this becomes x plus x, 2x plus 2 by x square plus 2x minus 15 equals to 1 by 3. The question is not over yet. I'm going to do it on the right part. I got here 2x plus 2 divided by x square plus 2x minus 15 equals to 1 by 3. Cross multiply it, I'll get 6x plus 6 equals to x square plus 2x minus 15. Bring everything on one side. So this becomes x square minus 4x minus 21 equals to 0, guys. Is it correct? X square minus 4x minus 21 equals to 0. Okay guys? Now what will I do? Now guys, in exam, if they have not told, if they don't tell you which method you are specifically to be used, so you can use any of the methods, okay? So you can use method of completing the squares also, you can use method of factorization, you can use method of quadratic formula. So what I would suggest is the easy equations you try to do by method of factorization. Now see here, this 4 can be substituted as 7 minus 4, yes or no? Yes or no? 7 minus 3, sorry, 7 minus 3, x minus 21 equals to 0. I'm doing middle term factorization, guys. This becomes x square minus 7x plus 3x minus 21 equals minus 21 equals to 0. So I can take common x minus 7 plus 3, x minus 7 equals to 0. I'll get x plus 3, x minus 7 equals to 0. So there will be two values of x, guys. One will be x equals to minus 3, the other will be x equals to plus 7. You will not take this value because the age cannot be negative. It always has to be positive. So the answer is plus 7, guys. Okay? Okay. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to question number 7. See, I won't be able to do all the questions in this exercise, but concept is same, guys. You read the question 2-3 times, try to understand it, try to implement all the concepts you have learned till now, okay? What does question number 7 say? The difference of squares of two numbers is 180. So the operation which I am going to use here is difference. Okay? So the difference of squares of two numbers is 180. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Find the two numbers. Guys, this is not a very simple question. It's a nice question. Very standard. Question number 7. the difference of the squares of two numbers is 180. So let first number be x and second number be y. Now you might ask me, sir, why are you taking y? This is only quadratic equation. Don't worry, you will know why I took y here. So according to question, the difference of the squares of two numbers is how much? 180. Then what other data is given? The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. Can I write like this, guys? This is given in the question. This is according to question. The square of the smaller number is 8 times the larger number. So what I'm going to do now? Directly substitute this value in here. Minus 8x minus 180 equals to 0. Is it okay, guys? Is it okay? Now, how will I solve it? You can use any method, like I said. Here I am going to use again middle term factorization. I can write 8 as 18 minus 10 minus 180 equals to 0. This becomes x square minus 18x minus 10x minus 180 equals to 0. तो आंसर क्या आएगा इस पे? x minus 18 minus 10x minus 18. So this becomes x minus 10 x minus 18 equals to 0. Guys, there will be two answers here. What are the two values of x? X can be plus 10 also, plus 18 also. So the smaller number is 10 here, the bigger number is 18 here. Simple, right? Okay. Guys, we'll do one very interesting question. Please turn to page number 87. This is example number 15. This is a very interesting type of questions and which is also extremely important from this chapter. Now when you read this question, a motorboat whose speed is 18 km per hour in still water takes 1 hour more to go 24 km upstream than to return downstream to the same spot. Find the speed of the stream. So how to proceed in this question? First, I will write down, let speed of stream be x. Okay, you have to find the speed of stream. So I took the speed of stream as x. What other data is given in the question? A motorboat whose speed is 18 km per hour in still water takes 1 hour more to go 24 km upstream. Now guys, if the speed of stream is x, okay, if the speed of stream is x, suppose a motorboat has to go upside. It has to go with the current or against the current. River is flowing downside, motorboat has to go upside. So obviously it is going against the current. So when it is going against the current, speed upstream equals to 18 minus x, because 18 is the speed of still water and x is the speed of stream. Okay? Speed upstream. Now whose speed am I talking about? This is the speed of boat. Similarly, speed of boat downstream will be 18 plus x. See guys, understand this concept. This concept is same everywhere in every type of question, wherever you see stream questions or boat questions. Okay? First you take the speed of stream as x, speed upstream negative होता है हमेशा, speed downstream positive होता है. Now what do we know about the formula of speed? Speed equals to distance by time. So if speed is distance by time, then time will be what? Distance by speed. We know that time equals to distance by speed. Now according to question, what is the distance given here? The distance given here in the question is 24 km. The boat is going 24 km upstream, and in other case the boat is coming down 24 km downstream. So the total distance is how much? 24 km. So according to question, speed of boat, okay, speed of boat upstream and speed of boat downstream 1 hour. Now why is this? Because in the question it's given the motorboat takes 1 hour more to go upstream than to go downstream. Okay? Suppose upstream जाने में 10 घंटा लगाता है, downstream आने में 9 घंटा लगाता है, then only there will be difference of 1, right? That's what I'm doing here. The time taken by the boat going upstream and the time taken by the boat coming downstream, when you are subtracting both of them, you are getting 1 as the answer. Okay? Now when we solve it, we get, how to solve it now guys? 24 I can take common, 1 by 18 minus x minus 1 by 18 plus x equals to 1. I can write this as 24, 18 plus x minus 18 plus x divided by 18 square is 324 minus x square equals to 1. Okay guys, can I rub this part? Okay. Now here I can cut 18 and 18. So I get here 48x equals to 324 minus x square. Take everything on one side. Using middle term factorization, I can do it. Here, there are two values of, or there are two values of x, or there are two speeds given in the answer. Now guys, I will take the value of speed as positive because speed can never be negative. Okay, the boat cannot go in the speed of minus 10 km per hour. Okay, so what is the answer here? X equals to 54 km per hour. So I hope it is clear. Now in your exercise questions, as I can see, question number 11 and question number 9. These two are very important questions. So what I'm going to do here is that I will give you a short assignment, okay? With this unit, I'm going to give you a short assignment. Why don't you try question number 9 and question number 11 of page number 88 by yourself? Please guys, don't take help from anyone. If any person you need help of, you can ask me. Okay guys? Just try to do these two questions. If you get stuck, it's okay, it's completely fine. I will help you to do it. And these two are challenging questions. I want to present you a challenging question. Okay? Now guys, let's go to the next exercise, which is also your last exercise. Here, I'm going to bring you a new concept of quadratic formula. Which concept are we going to study now? It is called quadratic formula. Guys, it's a very simple concept. First concept we learned was middle term factorization. The next one is method of completing the squares, and the last one is quadratic formula. Guys, in exam, if they have not told you which method to use, please use either middle term factorization or quadratic formula. Quadratic formula, you will get direct answer because it's a direct formula. Okay? That's why I'm not pressurizing on you on this completing the squares formula, because it's a bit confusing, I understand. Unless you practice these kind of questions for at least 20-30 times. Same question you practice, it's okay. It won't be clear for you. So I want you do that first. Okay, what is quadratic formula now? Quadratic formula, since it is a quadratic equation, there are two roots. Okay? Since there are two roots, let's name these two roots as alpha and beta. Let the two roots of a quadratic equation be alpha and beta. Okay, one is alpha, one is beta. So by quadratic formula, alpha will be minus b square plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay guys, and beta will be minus b square, plus, this is minus, just a change in formula guys. B square minus 4ac by 2a. These are the two quadratic formulas to find two roots of the quadratic equation. Done guys, let's try to do some of the questions. If you want to learn more about the formula, you can go through it in page number 89. The quadratic formula is given in page number 89, also in page number 88. Okay guys? And also in page number 83. These are the three mention of this formula. Question number 1. Exercise 4.4, question number 1. Find the nature of the roots of the following quadratic equation. If the real roots exist, find them. How to proceed with the question guys? This question is similar to the exercise 4.3 question number 1 which we did. So exercise 4.4 question number 1 part 1. 2x square minus 3x plus 5 equals to 0. See guys, I don't want to repeat the same type of question again and again. I'll do one question of this quadratic formula. Please go through it nicely. Try to understand it. First, let me write down the value of a, b and c. A is 2, b is minus 3 and c is 5. First things first, find out discriminant. B square minus 4ac. What is b square minus 4ac? Minus 3 whole square minus 4 into a into c. What is the answer I'm getting? 9 minus 4 2 is 8, 8 5 is 40. The answer is coming minus 31. See guys, the value of discriminant is negative. Can you solve this question? No, the answer question cannot be solved. So you will write down no real roots exist. Is it okay guys? There are no real roots existing because the discriminant value is coming less than 0. Let's try to do one more question. Let's try to do question number 1 part 3. Question number 1 part 3. What is the question? The question says 2x square minus 6x plus 3 equals to 0. Okay, how to proceed now? First find out discriminant. A value is 2 here, B value is minus 6 here and C value is 3 here. So discriminant is B square minus 4AC. Minus 6 whole square minus 4 into 2 into 3. Answer will be 36 minus 36. Answer is 0. That means there will be 2 real roots existing here. Okay guys? There will be 2 real roots existing here. Let's put it in quadratic formula now. Alpha is what? Minus b plus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Yes or no? Okay, you can rewind the video back. I have given you this formula, quadratic formula. Now guys, see here, b square minus 4ac is already discriminant. What is the value of b square minus 4ac? 0. Put 0 here. So this becomes minus of minus 6 by 2 into a is how much? 2. See guys, when you add plus 0, answer will be same. Answer is 6 by 4, that is 3 by 2. This is the first root. Let's try to find out the second root. The second root beta is minus b minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Same way guys, same way, minus of minus 6 by 2 into 2, 4. Answer will come 3 by 2. So there are 2 real and equal roots existing in this equation. Okay guys, done? Let's try to do question number 2. Now see, please mark question number 2 as very important question. Every year in CBSE final exams, the board has given this type of questions. You have to find the value of k. It's a very simple type of question, don't worry. Question number 2 part 1. 2x square plus kx plus 3 equals to 0. Question number 2 part 1. 2x square plus kx plus 3 equals to 0. You have to find the value of k if the roots are equal. It's given in the question guys. So what I'm going to do here, first ABC value likh liya. I substituted it in b square minus 4ac. Since they have said that equal roots are existing, that means b square minus 4ac value is 0. Put everything here, you get the value of k as 6. This is your answer. Let's try to do the next question also, which is also very much similar to this question. Kx x minus 2 plus 6 equals to 0. How will I solve this question guys? Open up the bracket. Kx square minus 2kx plus 6 equals to 0. Here a is k, b is minus 2k and c is 6. Since roots are equal, we get b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. So b square is what? Minus 2k whole square minus 4 into a into c equals to 0. This becomes 4k square minus 24k equals to 0. Take it on one side. 4k square equals to plus 24k. 6 times. This becomes k square equals to 6k. Or in other words, k equals to 6. Done guys. Both the answer has been solved. Now in this exercise, question number 3, 4 and 5, out of these 3, these are not that important of a question. What you do, you try only one question. That is more than enough. Exam point of view is not that much important. Okay guys? And in every chapter, after completing every chapter, please try to go through the summary. Okay? Please try to go through the summary in order to rememorize everything. Then you can also go through the examples of this chapter. So guys, with this question, I will conclude this chapter. I hope you will practice the questions which I have already given you. Exercise 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4. Try to complete the entire exercises. Exercise 4.4, I have already told you the last 3 questions, you can do any one of them. And not forgetting the 2 questions which I gave as an assignment to you. Okay? Now this assignment, since it is not an official assignment, this is from my side. I want this assignment by Sunday from all the sections. Am I clear guys? Okay? I hope you guys will stay safe and please work hard. Stay home, stay safe. Okay? Thank you.